All right, we're going live here today. Catching up here. But how is everybody doing out there? Hope everybody's doing good. I haven't done one of these in a while. And my camera just got blurry. Unblur. Unblur. There you go. But hope everybody's doing good. Drinking coffee. But as far as what's coming up for the Zero audience so far, so The Mask of Zorro, just finished watching that. So review will be coming up for that here pretty soon. So I will be reviewing The Mask of Zorro here. So I'll be working on my review for that. And probably after that, probably maybe Split Second. I got a few movies here. Hey, Kyle, how's it going? Drinking tea? Hey, DJ, how's it going? Yeah, I just started to get back into coffee again. You know, like for a while, I didn't really care I didn't really care for coffee. I was always back and forth with the coffee, but I'm starting to get back into it now. So I have a coffee maker and all that stuff. Pretty good, DJ. Just taking it easy a little bit here. But yeah, as far as videos, The Mask of Zorro, a review for that coming up. I just mentioned that. And probably some more playthroughs of DSX. The topic of Mount Rushmore of 90s action films. So I'll be working on those here. Alter Ego, how's it going? Princess Diaries 3. I don't really care about that. I did see it, but I mean, like I saw it in the movie news, but I don't really care about it. I don't really care to watch it. But also, too, I do planning on doing like a big hangout before Thanksgiving. So that will be Kelsey Grammer. What happened to Kelsey Grammer? Did something happen to Kelsey Grammer? Hey, Jim Bug, how's it going? Terry Crews wants to be in the Gears of War movie. I never played the game, so I don't know what's it about. I've never, I've seen gameplay of Gears of War, but I've never played Gears of War. I know that Batista wants to come in it or wants to, be a part of it. He's campaigning for a part. That's all I know. He's going to threaten Marvel if he doesn't reprise his role as Beast. I mean, I thought he was good in the part. Like, I thought he was good as Beast. But I don't think he'll ever come back. That's just me. I mean, it's been, what, 16, 17 years? Yeah, no, wait. Or am I thinking about X-Men 3? Yeah. Okay, you want to make an appearance here? Yeah, he was good as Beast, but I don't think he'll ever come back. All right. Say hey to the world, Lucy. All right. You made your cameo. Now. All right. I'll leave you alone if you stay there. If you start, messing around, I'm right to kick you out for a little bit. Yeah. 28 months later. Yeah, I did hear about that. There's other reasons to boycott Disney, Kelsey Grammer. Yeah. I mean, they're a shitty company. How about that? But and I enjoyed him as Beast, but I don't think he's never going to come back for that. But I am going to plan on doing a big hangout soon before Thanksgiving, so that will be coming up as well. If Kelsey Grammer wants to work with Disney again, he can just be in the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad movie. Yeah. What is Kelsey Grammer doing nowadays? I mean, I thought I heard a revival of Frasier, but I never seen the show. I just heard about it. That's it. Hey, Common Rider. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Hey, Tajira. Godzilla. How's it going? So, the movies that I'll be talking about, I mean, and this will probably go into December as well, but the Indiana Jones movies, Legend of Dragon Master, The Mask of Zorro, that's next. Bullet, Ice Zebra Station, Guns of Navarone, and Force 10 from Navarone, The Taken of Beverly Hills, Split Second, Hard Boiled, and Deadly Outbreak. So those are reviews that are coming up that are on the plate right now. As far as other random content, more playthroughs of DSX, the Mount Rushmore of 90s action films, the topic on that, a Thanksgiving hangout, which I know I've mentioned a few times here, but for people that are just jumping into the chat, um, I will announce that soon. Life is good right now. Oh, no problem, man. But yeah, I was just sitting back here, figured I would stream for a little bit. Yeah, I did hear about that. I saw Red State once, didn't care for it. I can't even remember anything about it except that Michael Parks is in it. That's it. I can't remember anything else about the film. God knows why. And I'm not watching Clerks 3 from all the stuff I've heard about it. Yeah, he needs to go back to his crib like the whiny baby he is. I'm not watching Clerks 3. Again, of all the stuff I've heard about it, I know Matt did a rant on it and all this stuff. Let's check on Movie Web. Is there anything worth talking about or mentioning? Quentin Tarantino calls the modern era of movies the worst era in Hollywood history. Quote, even though the 80s was the first time that I probably saw more movies in my life than ever, at least as far as going out to the movies was concerned, I do feel that the 80s cinema is, along with the 50s, the worst era in Hollywood history. I disagree with him on that. Matched only by today, or by now, matched only by the current era. I'm okay. I agree with Tarantino a little bit that today is the worst, but the '80s, I 100% disagree with him on that. For me, the '80s is a much better and greater era, and this era sucks. Have a good one. Is John Leguizamo still mad about the new Mario movie made by Illumination? I thought I heard it has something to do with Chris Pratt, like the casting of the voice of Mario. I saw a headline or something about that, but yeah, apparently John Leguizamo is not a fan of Chris Pratt. I mean, I should say the casting of Mario. Who knows how the film's going to turn out? I did see the trailer. It looks interesting, but I don't know about Chris Pratt as the voice of Mario. But I just think he's more. I think he's more mad that Chris Pratt is the voice of Mario. Let's see what comingsoon.net. Constantine 2 director wants sequel to be R rated. We'll see what happens with that. Grand Theft Auto movie starring Eminem was rejected by Rockstar. I don't know how that could have worked. Yeah, the John Wick 4 trailer I enjoyed. I'm not watching the trailer for Magic Mike 3. I'll tell you that right now. I didn't know they made another Puss in Boots. To be honest with you, I haven't seen any of those movies. Yeah, you could say that. I think they should have done one back in the day. Like Vice City would have been perfect for that, but maybe one could argue it would have been too much like Scarface but that's not a bad thing. I'm surprised that out of all the video game films, they never did one on GTA, Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it just again, maybe one could say that what I don't know, just maybe just don't see it working, or why do you guys think they never made a movie on like a Grand Theft Auto movie, or based on the video game? Yeah, I saw the trailer for it. This new like detective horror thriller. Martin Lawrence is playing a dramatic part. He's a detective. John Malkovich is the killer. And I don't know. I mean, Martin Lawrence, I'm a fan of, but I don't know if I buy him in this dramatic role. I think he's great, like in certain comedies, but like even as a detective, in this type of movie, I just can't really. Okay, I mean, I applaud it's different. It's a different type of movie, but I just can't take it seriously for some reason. It's Martin Lawrence, and I love Martin Lawrence. Again, I love Blue Streak. I love, I do love. I like Life. I like that film a lot. I don't mind National Security. Bad Boys, 1 and 2. I need to go back and refresh on those movies. But I forgot the name of this new movie that he's doing, where it's again he's a detective and all that. But I saw the trailer. I'm like, okay. I mean, it's hard for me to take the film seriously. Martin Lawrence maybe wants to branch out. He wants to branch out into other genres. But I can't help but I'm just waiting for a punchline, or I'm waiting for a funny line or a bit or whatever. Um, yeah, I mean, I think I will. I have to imagine I will probably at some point watch The Whale whenever that comes out. I did see the trailer, and I'm all for Brendan Fraser. His comeback. So yeah, we'll be checking that out. Uh, Scrooged. Yeah, Scrooged is a great movie. That's probably my favorite. Christmas Vacation, Home Alone 1 and 2, both are great movies. Ernest Saves Christmas, that's a fun one. Jing All the Way is great. So those are some. Uh, if he does recover, it's probably going to take another year or two. Like that moment, where he slapped. From that moment that happened earlier this year, I kept thinking maybe it was the last year, but I think it was this year. So much has happened this year, but I think it's going to take another year or two, in my opinion. No, I'm good. No more Shrek. I didn't hear about that. But Will Smith, yeah, like I said, I mean, they may take longer than that. I don't know. Woody the Woodpecker biopic? Uh, Not really. I don't think that Hollywood would be that interested in making an origin on the creation of Woody Woodpecker. I like the character, but I can't see getting the biopic treatment. Is it sad that Woody Woodpecker's not really that relevant? I mean, you could say that a lot of those cartoon characters aren't really relevant. I mean, they're great characters. They're classic, cartoon characters, but nowadays you don't see people talking about them as much. And um, I mean, case in point, look at Winnie the Pooh. That's become public domain, and as a result, we're getting a slasher movie on Winnie the Pooh. And I think it's just a matter of time that when a lot of these cartoons are up for public domain or whatever, people are going to do whatever they want with them. Uh, but I just think that, with all the stuff that people watch nowadays, and whether it be on YouTube and this, all this social media and movies and television and streaming, that a lot of people don't really care about these characters. I mean, I do, but I just don't think that people really care about classic animation anymore, which is sad. Well, I mean, I would say Bugs Bunny. I mean, out of the three, I think Bugs Bunny is more popular than Woody the Woodpecker or Woody Woodpecker. I mean, people know who Woody Woodpecker is, but you know, I think a lot more people know Bugs Bunny. I think a lot more people love Bugs Bunny. Hey, Flash, how's it going? Oh gosh. Okay, what order would you throw each of these in the slammer? Well, Kevin Spacey's going in first. Then after him, I would probably say Danny Masterson. Then after that, Max Landis, and then Franco. Pretty good, Flash. Just hanging back here and just doing a stream. Uh, working on some stuff with videos and Mask of Zorro, a review of that coming up, but and some other stuff that I mentioned earlier, but not too much. Pretty good. No, not really. I don't think I've ever seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Let's see. Joe Swanson, who's that? Okay, so I'll pick the worst one and then I'll give it to the worst person. How about that? For this. Lock up in a cave full of grizzly bears, Kevin Spacey. I'll just say that for now. Why did Warner Brothers decide to bring back Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Does anyone care about the show? I've never seen the show, so I can't really, um, say or whatever. I don't know much about it. Okay, Family Guy. That just shows you how much Family Guy I watch, which is very little. Um, but I've never been really that big into Family Guy. That's just me. Um, no, I have not seen Moscow Heat, but thank you for reminding me, Flash. Uh, you know what? I will do that before the end of November here, along with some other videos, because it is Action Movie Month, and that's what I'm going to plan on. Yeah, I'll do that, before the end of November. Um, now, for December, I will probably still talk about action movies, and at the same time do some other holiday, like Christmas content. Like talk about holiday movies and all that. Um, so I will probably talk about action movies too in December. But for Moscow Heat, yeah, I'll do that commentary for you. Thank you for reminding me on that one. Futurama, I've never seen. I've never seen Futurama. Oh my gosh. I'll just drop a giant well on Harvey Weinstein. Peter Griffin blew up a children's hospital. Okay, I've never. I mean, I can't say that I haven't seen Family Guy. But I've seen maybe like an episode or two. You know, like maybe 3, 4 episodes. But I never got that big into Family Guy. I have never seen The Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage. I think I have the movie, but I've never seen it. Um, to be honest, no. I mean, I don't really watch the Macy's Day Thanksgiving parade. Um, I don't know. Maybe the only reason the only way that I would watch it if it was like a Chuck Norris inflatable, like a big Chuck Norris balloon inflatable, or a whole parade float dedicated to Chuck Norris, then I would watch it. Okay, well that's not a character, so yeah, that's a real person. So any character, I don't know. That'd be cool. How about Sweet Tooth? Since we're talking about video game characters, Sweet Tooth. Do you remember when Barney was assassinated during the Macy's Thanksgiving parade 25 years ago? I mean, I think I've seen a clip on YouTube. I mean, what happened to Barney? Speaking of, I know there's a Barney documentary. I'm curious about it. I don't know if it'll be any good, but I am aware of it. Mario definitely should be up there. But I've never really watched the parade. I've never, I mean, I think it would be on TV in the background, but I've never like sat back and watched the entire parade or whatever. Would I like to see another Rambo film? No, especially after that last one. Rambo 5 to me was just it's a bad to mediocre movie. The last 10 minutes, okay, I mean, the stuff in the cave is fun, but that's it. Uh, I don't want to see a Rambo 6. Just end it. I mean, no more Rambos, just like no more Indiana Jones, no more Rockies, please. I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe the balloon like deflated or something. I could be wrong, but what the documentary covers his assassination and the conspiracy behind it. Um, I mean, I don't know much about. I mean, I have heard of it before with the Barney thing at the parade, but I don't know what happened, what caused it to deflate or malfunction. I don't know what happened. I totally forgot. I have to go back and look up a clip or something. So I'm not aware of any kind of conspiracy about the Barney balloon. Um, that's all I know. Are you talking about JFK or would I like to see Tarantino's Battletoads movie? I don't know. Would Tarantino even touch that? Maybe Barney knew something about Epstein. Maybe. Maybe the. No, I don't want to say that. Um, God knows. But let's not trash on Barney. I know you were talking about Barney. Nah, but I don't think Barney knows about Epstein. Come on. Ooh. Uh, uh. If Tarantino did a Wolverine movie, I would be a little bit interested. I don't think he would ever. Tarantino would never do a Wolverine movie, but that would be cool. Sure, why not? Because at least in if you have a killer B movie directed by Michael Bay, you know you're going to be guaranteed explosions and boobs. So you throw those two elements in there, and I would watch. I would watch it. It would be fun. Maybe if if you casted Megan Fox and have her get killed by killer bees, that's the only way. That's the only way I would watch it. Uh, Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine for Deadpool 3. You know what? That's the one thing like with comic book movies. I do look forward to that. I do think that they should have made that like Deadpool 2. Looking back, before Wolverine did Logan. I know this is going to take place years before Logan, but I just think that it's one of those things that should have been Deadpool 2, not Deadpool 3. That way, you would have had your Deadpool and Logan team up before Logan, what happened in Logan. But I do look forward to it, so we'll see what happens. I mean, um, I'm not sure about the director, Sean Levy. I don't think this is the right director for it because he directed Night in the Museum, and I don't mind that movie, but he's not the first person I think of, when directing a Deadpool sequel. Yeah, I mean, I I think it's being stretched out way too much. I think there's an overabundance of it. Some people might agree, some people might disagree, but I'm just getting tired of it, man. It's just for in my opinion, the last Avengers movie was the mountaintop. It's the tip top of K2, whatever analogy you want to use or throw in there. That was the peak. And everything else is just sliding back down the mountain. You're trying to reach the top and get to it where, with comic book movies now, you're trying to get to back to where it was, and they're just sliding back downhill. And I don't think you're gonna anything they're gonna put out now, whether that be Marvel, DC, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what brand you side with. But yeah, that is it's to Everest. It's the top of Everest. Yeah, the Junebug. You put it right. That's the very top. Everything else is trying to climb that mountain, and they're just sliding back down. And nothing's going to be as great as that. Not that I'm the biggest fan of the last two Avengers movies, but no matter what, it's like two sides of the mountain. One's Marvel, one's DC. Even though Avengers is Marvel, but you got both brands trying to climb to the very tippy top, and they're just sliding back down. And that to me is a reflection of everything's been done. Comic book movies, they've been done to death. man, for the past 2 decades, it's been plenty of them. There's some that I've enjoyed, but there's been quite a few in the past few years that I haven't really cared for. A requel to the Blob, not so much. Um, I heard before that there was this little grudge between Michael Bay and Megan Fox, but I don't know if they're on good terms now. Don't know much about that. I would watch that actually because if you had a Scooby Doo movie directed by Mel Gibson, it would be rated R. You would have some violence in there. Um, I can imagine a scene where Scooby and Shaggy are running through a battlefield, and it would kind of be like Hacksaw Ridge, both Shaggy and Scooby, running through the fire, of bullets. So give me that movie. Yeah, I would definitely watch that. I don't know what that is. Yeah, exactly. Who's creepier, Barney or Freddy Krueger? Freddy Krueger. Yeah, look at John Wick and the success of that and Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, exactly. Top Gun Maverick now has made billions. John Wick, each film is becoming more bigger and making more money. I think it just shows that people want this type of movie. They want to go in and escape and want escapism entertainment. And with Top Gun Maverick, no one would have thought that this film would make billions. And it just goes to show that people want a relatable story. People want relatable characters. With the John Wick franchise, people want great action heroes again. People want great action movies again. People want um, tangible um, fight scenes. People want more tangible fight scenes. It's not CG heavy. Because you look at John Wick, hey, that's an action movie that could be done right. That's not a budget of 200 or 300 million. You got John Wick movies. I mean, what's the budget for John Wick 4? I mean, it can't be that high. But it goes to show that if you have a great, um, lead actor that that we can root for and relate to and invest in, that can make great action movies. And the John Wick movies are proof that people want more of this. People want more of that type of action, action movie. That's not comic book. It's not comic book. It's not CG heavy. It's not another superhero. It's not another comic book character. John Wick. Um, it's. I understand it's not real, but people are relate to it. People relate to the character. People love the character. People are invested in the character and the franchise. Why not? Why not do something different? Like I haven't seen that basketball movie with Adam Sandler, but I've heard good things about it. So why not? No, I would not be interested in a Rob Zombie's Cujo remake. Barney and Friends is a 3.8 rating. I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, Cobra Kai. That's a great example of, the creators of the show, they're big fans of the franchise and they know how to uh, give us some good storytelling, good stories, good characters, with bringing back the old characters, but treat them with respect and knowing what to do with them that, hey, this can work, or you can believe this. You can believe that this has happened, or that, this character has been away for this reason, but now he's back. And that's why I love Cobra Kai because I love the stories, I love the characters, you could see that the creators are big fans of the movies, and they take their time and develop these stories and these little subplots and stuff like that, and it all works. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if only Clint Eastwood would direct it. If Clint Eastwood directed a Popeye movie, uh, I would watch it. I don't know about action movie, but maybe like I would like to see Jim Carrey try again at like a horror. I haven't seen the number 23. I've heard it's not that good, but I think that he could maybe work again, but if he had a different director. I think Joe Schumacher directed that, but maybe, or maybe like a crime movie. I don't know. Uh, I think it depends on the script and the director. Okay, sounds cool. I have to check it out. Okay, Mel Gibson can take out Roman Polanski. Uh, Fries rat poison. I don't know. I mean, I'll just say, can just have Mel Gibson take out all three. How about that? I don't think westerns are popular anymore. I mean, I do think that they can. I mean, I can't remember the last good western they've had or that's been out recently. I just don't think that genre is not as. It's not really a popular genre anymore. I'm not saying that they can't create a good western, but I don't know if that's a go-to genre nowadays. What a Popeye movie directed by Clint Eastwood, I don't know what that would look like. But I love, yeah, the old Popeye with Robin Williams. Well, jail, but that's not going to happen. Hey, how's it going? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. Bill Hader? Sure, why not? Yeah, it's only a matter of time before we get a Popeye horror movie. McNuggets or Burger King? I'll go with Burger King. I think they have better chicken nuggets. That's just me. I think Burger King's chicken nuggets are better. Western action movies now, I mean, when was the last good Western movie? Like, I'm trying to think, it definitely wasn't Jonah Hex. But I'm trying to think, like, what was that big, Western movie uh, that sparked a lot of interest or, was a big box office hit or, whatever. Uh, Maybe dramatic before all that happened. Oh, really? Happy birthday, Wild Man. Hope you have a great birthday on Mars. And by the way, Wild Man, and for the 10 people I mentioned earlier, but I will do a hangout before Thanksgiving. So for people that like to jump into those hangouts, we'll be doing one before Thanksgiving. So that might be this weekend or it might be uh, next Wednesday night. So we'll see what happens. But uh, I will let you guys know and give you some notice. Hey, Eric, how's it going? What I think about Indian movies, I haven't really seen a lot of Indian movies. So you have to, give me some titles here. Yeah, I didn't mind that. That was a decent remake. You know, forcing someone to watch Team Z is not much of a punishment, but you can give Dead Rats to Alec Baldwin and Danny Masterson. Yeah, Bone Tomahawk I haven't seen, but I've heard a lot about. Yeah, Yellowstone, maybe you could say that. So if anything, I mean, maybe westerns would do better on the streaming platforms because of Yellowstone, but I think that's more of like a dramatic series. I do want to check out Tulsa King, so we'll see what happens. I don't have Paramount Plus or whatever, but I am curious about that one. The Big 40. Awesome, man. So how does it feel to be 40? I mean, you're an alien, right? So how does 40 work in alien years? I mean, is it like dog years to my alien friend Wildman Beyond? Is that like dog years or all right? Yeah, he's trying to clear his name. Alec Baldwin, I heard about that. That he's suing the makers of Rust. I'm trying to clear my name. Well, you're the one that fired the gun. But yeah, happy birthday to Wildman. No one's nobody's gonna watch Red State 2. I saw Red State and I can't remember anything about it. Yeah, I'll have to give that a watch. Metroid movie directed by Peter Jackson. I don't know. Maybe by someone else, not Peter Jackson. All right, I will do. Thank you, man. Don't know that one. What book? The one I want to see made into a movie? I don't know. I have to think about that one. Yeah, I got feels like golden years. Yeah, I have a little bit. I have a few more years to go. Not that's weird, and that's just weird for me to think about. That I'm closer to 40 than I am 20. It's just weird. Don't know that one. Is Eddie Murphy an action star? I would say he's more of a comedian. In what order would I destroy these people? For me, Victor Salva's getting he's number one. So he's getting wiped out first. And then after that, I would say Gary Glitter. Yeah, probably in that order. Hey, how's it going? We'll see what happens. Should streaming movies consider for Emmys since the average public watches the streaming? Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I don't watch a lot of. I mean, I got in case if I ever wanted to watch something on Netflix or Disney Plus or HBO Max. I'm not paying for. I'm not paying for them, but they're there. Like if I wanted to watch something on one of those platforms, I do have. But I don't really have an opinion as far as Emmys and stuff. I don't know. Um, well, I haven't seen any of Steve McQueen's movies, but Bullet is on the list to watch soon. Um, I don't know. I forgot who recommended Bullet, but I'll be watching that. So I don't know if it was anybody in the chat here. But for the month of November and probably December too, I'll be talking about reviewing excuse me, reviewing action movies. So I know Bullet's up there. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I didn't see that episode, but yeah, that would have been fun. if back in the day Eddie Murphy was a Ghostbuster. Well, I haven't seen Stranger Things, so for now I'll say Breaking Bad. How would I rank the Superman actors? Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh, and then Henry Cavill. I mean, well, actually, Tom Welling. I forgot about that. But he doesn't become Superman by the end of the show. So if you take out Tom Welling, I mean, I would say still in that order: Christopher Reeve, then Brandon Routh, then probably I would put Dean Cain. Actually, I forgot about Dean Cain. Yeah, so Christopher Reeve, Dean Cain, Brandon Routh, then Henry Cavill. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, great movie, The Untouchables. Okay, were you the one that recommended Bullet? Top five Rugged Hauer movies. Um, okay, so number five, I would say Blade Runner's number five. Number four, probably Wanted Dead or Alive. Number three, uh, Blind Fury. Number two, The Hitcher. And number one, Split Second. Yeah, I've never seen Bullet, so whenever I do watch it, it'll be a first time watch. That'd be fun. I've never seen Ninja. Yeah, he's a great friend of mine, Matt. We haven't talked in a while, and I know that he's busy with requests and stuff, and so I try not to bother him too much. But um, still a great friend, and I still watch his videos, and we've been friends for a long time now, along with Wildman and Fabio and Matt Thomas and OCP, Mike OCP. But yeah, longtime friend of Matt and subscriber, and I still watch his videos. Great guy. Puppet Master movies I've never seen. The World Economic Forum, don't know much about. Yeah, I do. Especially nowadays, I just can't stand it. That's just me. I know everybody out there is going to disagree with that, but I can't take it seriously. Okay, yeah, Bullet, I'll definitely watch. Yeah, ever since he said that comment, Peter Dinklage. Yeah, what happened to Peter Dinklage? I think the little people community probably went after Peter Dinklage. Oh, thank you. So, Silly, are you a subscriber or something, or are you just checking out this for the first time? My channel, or yeah, I've never seen you before, but thank you for the kind words, man. I try. Tom Hardy, I'm indifferent. I mean, I didn't mind him in this one film called Warrior. That was a good movie, but I'm just not a fan of his Venom movies. I'm sorry. I haven't seen Mad Max Fury Road. Um, I think Tom Hardy could be all right, but for me, I just think that a lot of times he doesn't do well with bad scripts, bad directors, bad bad filmmakers, and what have you. It just seems like he's thrown out there, and he has to work with very you know like bad filmmakers, directors, writers, whatever. Yeah, actually, I'll be checking out those too. Yeah, Ice Station Zebra Guns. I do have Force 10 from Navarone on Blu-ray, so I will be watching that here soon. I would just have the Iron Sheik take out all three of them. Well, I don't know if it's still happening. I think it is. But the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the live action remake or reboot, Peter Dinklage spoke out about how uh, that they shouldn't cast little people for the dwarves characters because of stereotyping, and which is funny because I think now they are casting little people for the dwarves, and since then Peter Dinklage hasn't said anything. Um, he's been out of the spotlight or whatever, but that's what happened. I haven't seen Black Adam. Tom Hardy thinks in order to play Venom, he has to get hammered. Yeah, and to me, that's not good. Yeah, I agree. Like the Venom movies, I've seen both of them, and they treat it like it's a joke, like it's a hour and a half or hour and 40 minute sitcom. Where Tom Hardy and Venom they're arguing back and forth, and or like it's a bad sitcom, and I'm like, no, stop. Oh yeah, I mean, I try. I mean, right now I have about 8 to 10 people watching, and I try to get to every question and comment. But thank you, man. Yeah, which is worse, the Machete films or the Venom films? Probably, probably the Venom films because Machete. I don't know. I would say the Venom films. Yeah, Army Hammer, the actor. Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah. Who names their child Army Hammer? I'm sorry, but who names their child Army Hammer? Like when the baby comes out of the womb, they're like, they're trying to think of a name. Army Hammer. What do I think about social commentary in films? You mean like, the way that movies are made now, where agenda is first and the movie is second? Yeah, it's shit. Yeah, I'm tired of it. I mean, I'm tired of the fucking, like commentary. Why? And this could be into like turn into a whole topic in of itself. And I think someone out there did a better job of talking about this. And I forgot the name of the channel, but there's just like there's this channel out there. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Like have all these filmmakers and critics that they give their opinions about topics like this and other related topics about movies and stuff. And if I could find it, I'll put a link to it in community post. But this guy does a great job of talking about how the agenda it's just too much. Like in movies now and all it just I watch movies to escape. That's the main thing that whenever I watch a movie, I watch it to escape. I'm tired of the messages. I'm tired of the fucking agendas. And again, this could turn into a whole 30-minute tirade. But I'll find that video if you guys out there. I'll put it in the community post because it was a really well said video. But my day is good so far. Maybe. There was an actress whose name is Rainbow Harvest. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Chris Gore. Yeah, that's the name of the guy, Chris Gore. Okay. Rank these in order. Taken will be number 1. Then after that, Street Kings. Then after that, I would say The Brave One. Then Dark Blue. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies. Okay. My favorite one will probably be Taken, and then after that, Street Kings. Then after that, Running Scared. Then The Brave One. Then Dark Blue. Then Four Brothers. Exactly. I'm tired of the artsy fartsiness. The Eds, I guess. Have a good one, Alter. But I'll probably go on for another 10 minutes here. Uh Go to Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah, so I have heard about the whole Kanye West thing, and who hasn't heard about it? I just the guy's he's not up there upstairs. The elevator doesn't go all the way to the top, if you know what I mean. Oh man. Oh. Trump or DeSantis for 2024? I vote Chuck Norris. I don't have. I haven't voted in like 15 years, people. And I don't really care to vote anymore. And I know that's not what people want to hear. I know people might get upset by that I don't really get into the whole political arena. I know I've had a question about that recently about the election. I think it was Kyle that asked, and I just don't get into all that stuff, people. I know, again, some people may not like that I don't get into the political realm and discuss all that stuff, but that's just me. But Logan, I have on Blu-ray. Mink, yeah. Now, I've never seen Into the Sun, but I do have it. Do you think a talented writer can develop a phenomenal Halloween movie? Nowadays, no. You would have to do something really, really outside the box. For one, get out of Haddonfield. But at the same time, I'm just tired of Michael Myers. There's been like 58 Halloween movies. Can we just, get away from it? Can we stop making Halloween movies? Well, I mean, I try. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm right now. I'm uploading, doing reviews and stuff and playthroughs. But I mostly talk about movies, but on the side, doing like kind of like video game playthroughs and stuff, but mainly it's movies. Um, I mean, I try. I mean, I'm always trying to improve on stuff and try to improve my reviews a little bit and certain things. And yeah, I'm trying. I mean, I'm not going to be like as big as certain people out there. I know that. Um, but I love making videos and I love creating. I love making little thumbnails and stuff. And I love editing. I love talking about movies first and foremost. I love having collaborations with people up here and doing fan commentaries and all that stuff. So, but yeah, so I just love movies and talking about movies and reviewing movies. But I'm always trying to uh, improve on certain aspects, or what can I do to make this better, or review better, or what have you. Well, right now I work at Amazon, but I'm also kind of I'm with, so I'm trying to get back to UPS as well. That's what I used to do. Uh, so so yeah, I used to work for the Postal Service, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I've been in contact with them, so we'll see what happens. No, I have not seen that yet. Hey, Steven, how's it going? Bruce Willis and William Shatner. Bruce Willis, I hate that he's going through nowadays, so I don't really have anything to say about Bruce Willis other than that I hope that he gets well and that he gets better. That's my only wish. William Shatner, he seems like a cool dude. I mean, I know I've been seeing in the news lately all this like beef that apparently William Shatner and some of the other Star Trek co-stars are that they have this kind of feud going on, or I don't know much about, but I like William Shatner. Okay. Oh, thank you, Kyle. Yeah, I mean, I try to upload more, and with work and stuff, getting back home at 6:30, I cook dinner and I try to sit back, and I wait for my days off to make videos and stuff. And so yeah, currently I do work with Amazon. So um are there any pros about Die Another Day? Maybe the end credits. How about that? Maybe. Which is funny because yesterday I saw, so in work we work with these totes and stuff. In this tote, there was like one copy of the Invisible Man, the black and white Invisible Man, and there was like a 10 copies of Birth of a Nation. Now, my it's so weird to see that, like in this one tote, one copy of the Invisible Man from 1940, whatever, and there was like 10 copies of Birth of a Nation, which I've heard about but I haven't seen. I don't know who that is. Yeah, exactly, man. I love to do this stuff and talk about movies and get better at doing it because I admit right here, and I've said this on Twitter and stuff. I know I'm not the greatest speaker and talker and all that stuff, and I try to do better at that and try to get my point across better. And I don't have the most video presence or whatever. So I try to make that better. I try to do better at that, and better at speaking, better at getting my point across. And sometimes I do wander off, and I may go into certain tangents and stuff, but I'm trying, and Just trying to get better. Bill Murray, great actor, but as a person, I don't know about. Well, I shouldn't say that. Well, all these stories that are coming out now about Bill Murray, like, it's not shocking. I mean, this guy's, how many stories over the years have you heard about Bill Murray? But now it's coming out. Like, this has been known. We've known this for years. I heard William Shatner used to be a dick. Yeah. I mean, to me, William Shatner seems like a cool guy. Yeah, okay. Halle Berry, yeah, okay. She's the only good thing about the movie. Watching her. The World Is Not Enough is better than Die Another Day. If I had to pick one, put a gun to my head and The World Is Not Enough, I'll watch any day over Die Another Day. Yeah. Oh, thank you, man. Gable ears, yeah. These are yeah, my ears. Peter Jackson. Yeah, he helped me create these. Yeah. See, these are not real. These were made by Peter Jackson. Nah, I'm playing. I hate the fact that Paramount is getting rid of all their films on 4K. Yeah. But going back to Die Another Day, yeah, the only thing I could say about that is Halle Berry. She's good to look at, but it's not a good movie. Don't know what that is. Yeah, because the whole story about on the set of What About Bob, that apparently Bill Murray threw an ashtray at Richard Dreyfuss. Uh, that's all I've heard. I mean, Richard Dreyfuss has told that story a few times. But yeah, this is not shocking. I mean, all the stuff about Bill Murray getting into a fight with Lucy Liu on Charlie's Angels, the grudge between him and Harold Ramis that lasted for 2 decades. Um, again, this is not surprising. Being difficult to work with on Scrooged. Richard Donner and Bill Murray didn't really get along. Great movie, but it depends. I mean, like last year, I don't remember finding much on Black Friday. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for the kind words. But yeah, I've heard about that. So I was thinking while we're here, I'm probably going to still talk about action movies come December. And I got a few right here that I plan on watching and reviewing. With The Mask of Zorro is going to be next. Great movie. So, is there any action films that you guys recommend? Um, Now, I will still do some like Christmas videos for December, um, but I'll continue action movies throughout December. I mean, Die Hard and Lethal Weapon. I mean, I'm sure people are going to recommend those, but is there other action films out there that you guys would like to see for me to talk about, review. F feed FW. Okay. Yeah, I'm writing these down right here so I know who it came from and give you guys a shout out and stuff. We definitely will talk about Cobra. Is it okay? The Raid 1 and 2. Yeah, I've never seen the Raid movies. So those will be a first time watch. Hollywood Homicide. Yeah, I don't mind that movie. I think it's fun. It's not perfect, but I think it's fun. Okay. Yeah, I don't have four clay. What's four clay? I don't have four play either. No, 4K. I don't have 4K. I just have Blu-ray right now. All right, yeah, gotta watch that one. TMNT 1990. Weapons of Death. All right. Is that the one where Henry Silva is like in a theater? He's like in the projection booth and he's firing at these guys in a theater. Is that the one I'm thinking about? Or is that The Boss? Okay, The Boss, yeah. I remember seeing a clip of that. I haven't played any of the Cobra Kai games. Ninja with Scott Atkins, okay. Let's see. Rage, all right. New World Disorder. Never heard of that one. All right. Well, the Eagles Dare. Um, all right. So what I'll do here, uh, as well, maybe like towards the end of November, I'll put up a post again about uh, like watching more action films for December. Maybe like after Thanksgiving. So I'll make another post about that, and I'll let some of you guys, put your recommendations down there because I want to continue. Like I want to keep watching some action movies here. But so yeah, like I said, The Mask of Zorro. It was great to rewatch again. That's a great movie. Then Split Second I have over there. Yeah, Bullet I do have on DVDs, so I want to give that a watch. Mercenary for Justice. So yeah, I'll put up another post uh, about more action films soon. Escape from New York's great. White Elephant with Bruce Willis, I haven't seen. But I'll go on for another 10 more minutes here. I know I said that 15 minutes ago, but we'll go for another 10 minutes here. That's cool. All right, I'll write down that one. I actually have that one. Um, I bought it off of a guy for very cheap, but if I don't get your name down here, because I know there's a few that that are recommended, like I said, I'll put up another community post uh, about watching more action films soon. So just be on the lookout for that. Yeah, Home Improvement's a great one of my favorite sitcoms. I love. I need to get the seasons on DVD. Um, am I a fan of Sarah Michelle Gellar? Yeah, I do like Buffy. And I liked her in yeah, I liked her in Buffy and liked her in Scooby Doo and other films. Nails with Dennis Hopper. Never, I've never heard of that one. So we got 14 people watching. So of the few that I was able to write down here, VFW, Cobra, The Raiden 1 and 2, TMNT 1990, Ninja, Rage, New World Disorder, Where Eagles Dare, and Surviving the Game. So Nails, okay, I'll write down Nails. Nails with Dennis Hopper. Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I wouldn't say I loved it, but there were some elements that I liked. Um, I mean, I don't own the film or anything like that. I mean, I saw it twice. Um, like I said, I liked it, but for me, I didn't love the film. That's just me. So we'll go for 5 more minutes here because I gotta eat some lunch. Yay, Pornbot! You've been blocked. I think I'm gonna cook some chicken. I think I'm gonna do that. Uh, I've never seen that, but yeah. No, it was just a porn bot. Fucking have a great day. Well, I'll leave in like 3 minutes here. So if you guys want to ask any more questions, I'll probably sign off in about 3 minutes. Exactly, Junebug. Yeah, they need to get out of the basement, get some fresh air, and change their cat's litter. You want some chicken, Junebug? I mean, you live out in the Midwest, right? So I don't know if how can I ship it to you? I would say Don Johnson. I love Don Johnson. To me, he's an underrated actor. Should have been in more like, should have played the lead more in films like Dead Bang. I love Christopher Lambert. And that's kind of tough, but I have to go with Don Johnson. Scooby Doo Zombie Island. I've never seen it. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. Let's see here. Haven't seen any of Don Johnson's stuff. Yeah, Dead Bang is a good one. That's actually a really good one. Good action movie that he did back in 1989. Um, if you haven't seen that, go watch that. Believe it or not, I've never seen Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. I do have the film, but I just have never seen it. Well, I live stream every day. Probably not because I have I have work and stuff, but I will be doing a hangout stream soon with some people, like some good friends of mine. We'll pick a night to do that, but I haven't done a solo stream in a while. Uh, but for everybody out there that jumped in the stream here or the chat, thank you. Flash, Junebug, Kyle, DJ, Common Rider, Steven, uh, Alter Ego, DJ Donnelly. Thank you, everybody. Silly. Thank you for the kind words. And I will be back soon. Thank you, everybody, for hanging in there. And I had fun. But thank you for watching and have a good day.